If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday to every single one of y'all out there in the GMS world. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody has had a really good weekend. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope your families is doing well. All that great shit. GMS fam, the green room, please do me one big favor, man, and that is hit that like button on the way in, and also shout out your city. Shout out where you're from, man. Where are you tuning in from around the country, man? Look, let me get this right, man. Let me square this up real quick. All right, let's go. Hey, shout out to Jan Wynn. I see you, man. Glittery Bubbles is in the building. DJ Codeine TV. Hey, man, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Arius, Baby G, Sanaa is in the building. 313 Cap is in the building. All right, y'all. We got to talk about some things, man. First and foremost, before we get to the meat and the potatoes, I want to talk about some side quests, because the main thing we're going to talk about, the main thing that we're going to review today and discuss is the Charleston White situation. If you didn't know, Charleston White is dealing with some industry things, if you will. I don't think he's too happy about his position in life as a aspiring comedian, because it seems like he's being jerked around by the veterans before him and others that he's working with. So we're going to get to that in a little bit, because I want you to actually hear. I want to play it because the whole story needs to be played. I don't think I can just sit here and just give you the gist. I think we need to actually go through everything he talked about, because honestly, this was the first time ever in life. I'm talking about ever. I don't care what it was. Not even the Aiden shit. I don't give a fuck about none of it. This is the first time in life that I actually felt a little bad for Charleston. Like, just a little bit. Like, the thing about it is, he's put himself in a position for people to look at him a certain way, or to probably treat him a certain way just because of his antics. But the way that the business is, the way that the industry is, they don't judge on how they treat people. You can be the nicest dude in the world. You can be a outstanding gentleman. You can go out here and do charitable work for the youth. Industry don't give a fuck. They will still find a way to do you dirty. So we're going to get to that in a second. But first and foremost, we have to discuss these niggas right here. Fresh and motherfucking Fit, a.k.a. two motherfuckers that hate. You know what? Let me not say hate. Hate is a strong word. These guys just practiced a lot of anti-blackness. A lot of anti-blackness, a lot of anti-womenness. See, here's the thing. We've gotten into the world where there's actually, and just for y'all in this realm, we've gotten to the point where there's like the two sides of the people that kind of talk about women. There's the guys that never got no coochie growing up, never got no play. All the women thought that they was herbs and weirdos and creeps, and they never got they never twiddled a pooter. They never even, the most they ever did was probably kiss a bitch, and even after that, nothing ever happened. These type of guys get on the internet and talk crazy about a bunch of women because they have resentment towards women. Then you have the guys that speak on relationship shit and speak on women who have experienced women, who have been with multiple people, who have got they dicks wet growing up, and it's not a necessity to them. More so now that they're in a space where they don't have to be like, oh, I want to know what it's like to fuck somebody. Now they're at a point where I want to know what it's like to really be with somebody and experience somebody. Those are the two differences I see out here when people speak on women or relationships, period. Now, the first example I gave you is exactly what these guys are right here. The guys that grew up not getting no coochie lips and decided that they wanted to make a career. Because you got to understand, these can be just assumptions, but I'm going off of educated guess. Because before this guy here, Myron, the one that was caught crying the other day about being demonetized, which we'll talk about in a second, he was a cop before all this. And usually it's the cops who be the ones that do the most, or the ones that didn't get no coochie back in the day, that try to do all the extra shit like manhandle women when they pull them over, or even try to assault women, whether it be physical or sexual, when they do these type of things. Trust me, this is what it's like right now. And I see it in these guys' actions. Now, if you haven't heard, Fresh and Fit got released. They got removed from their YouTube partner program, which means they got demonetized, which means they cannot make any more money off YouTube right now. Excellent. You want to know why I think that's excellent? I think it's excellent because people need to understand. Appreciate you for the two. Appreciate you for the two, my guy. I don't know if you want me to say your real name out loud, but appreciate you for the two. These guys made it a point to do what they did because they knew that it was going to bring in revenue. They had the thing about the fact that they use certain things like anti-blackness and the way that they talk crazy about women, and the way that they talk crazy and doing the guerrilla tactics and antics all across the room and shit. It's crazy. And another thing that kind of it baffles me about this situation is the niggas being emotional over this, because I thought their whole point was to try to go down the same lane as like the Andrew Tates and the Sneakos and the Aiden Rosses and all these people that got banned from YouTube and getting deals over at Rumble. I don't know if this was a skit. I don't know if they're trying to be, if they were faking it, because I don't know. I honestly don't know why a nigga started crying over being demonetized. First and foremost, I don't know if this their first time. See, this is the details I don't know. I don't know if it's their first time being demonetized, but all I know is that doesn't mean that they cannot be monetized again. Usually YouTube waits another month, or there's a whole process where you have to wait a month to get monetized again. Trust me, I know. I've been demonetized 3 times. Not one time have you seen me drop a tear on this platform. Please understand, I do not have the revenue that these niggas have. I don't have the deals that these guys have. I don't have the ass these guys have. I don't have nowhere near what these guys have made, and yet I have been demonetized 3 times. Have you seen me even break a sweat it makes me wonder what these guys, because I know a lot of people are like, yeah, you know what they were doing. I'm glad these guys got away or got demonetized or whatever. But it's making me think, what are y'all doing with y'all bread? What are y'all doing with the money that y'all been making? Like, you got to think, this is going to take a big hit because this was about 95% of their revenue was YouTube. See, when you're monetized and people are able to send super chats and people are able to do all this other stuff and you're able to get ad revenue, at that point, now you have to try to strategize how to capitalize off of your platform when you are monetized. So what they were doing was, okay, we'll have these chicks up here who, of course, if they know their audience, people just like them, niggas that don't get no ass, and motherfuckers that will see a beautiful IG model looking chick, big booties, big titties, all that shit, and want to talk shit to her just because of the platform she's on. They say, hey, if you donate $100, we'll read what you wrote to these women. And a lot of these guys, because they are so simple, it's so easily manipulated because they are the type of cucks and simps that niggas really speak on a daily basis. They will pay that $100 just to talk crazy to these women. And they would do it by the numbers, each stream, every day. So when you add that up, that's bread on top of ad revenue. And then on top of that, I see that they're on Rumble now. Rumble been handing out the bag to people. So trust me, I know that these niggas got a good deal over at Rumble. So it just makes me think like either they did this to just for some shock value, or they did this shit for I don't know what. But it shouldn't have looked like this.
I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right?
The
because
job you truly loved. What up, Thiz?
I shouldn't be admitting
What up,
this,
Trey?
but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Look at this nigga. This how you know he is exactly who I'm saying he is. How are you crying after talking about save? Who were you saving? Who the fuck? Will somebody please show me an example, or please direct me to an example of who Fresh and Fit saved out there? Are you talking about the niggas that was just donating money because y'all was doing the things that they can't? Have a room full of bad bitches to talk shit to all day? Is that what you mean by saving these guys? You saving them for mental heartache or some shit? From a mental breakdown? I don't know what you saved them from, but none of what y'all did is more important than saving children. Matter of fact, saving children, when were you saving children either? Nigga, you weren't doing that either. What the fuck is he talking? What is this nigga talking about? Who is he saving? Somebody, please help me. Nigga, help me. Like, I want to know what the fuck these motherfuckers was saving.
Admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great,
Oh
but saving
my
you
God.
guys is better.
Look at this. Not one damn tear fell down his eye. He got up and walked away. What'd you say? Biggie said he had on the hoochie daddy shorts. How you gonna get up with the short shorts on, man? Fix your ass crack. I know them shits is shoved up in there,
man,
and you got a
this is
wedgie.
tough, bro. Because you put our legs into this, you know?
Hey, this nigga wanted to laugh. He said, wait, is this nigga really crying? Look how he gonna look over. He gonna try to see if he really crying. Look. He said, wait, is this nigga Myron really crying right now? Shit. Maybe I gotta muster up some tears or some shit, man. I can't let this nigga be the only one crying. He was supposed to be the macho man. He was supposed to be the cop out this whole shit. This nigga was supposed to be the man. He was the one that was talking the most reckless to these bitches. Why is he crying? Where's all this high valued men activity going on, man? I see, this is what I'm saying. A lot of you motherfuckers got bamboozled. A lot of people that follow Fresh and Fit and still will follow Fresh and Fit after this. This is a nigga that people are celebrating a demise. I don't think it's a demise. I just think that they just got demonetized and it's hurting them right now. If they can find another way to generate some revenue from these incels and these cucks and these simps who sit up there and drool at these niggas when they talk crazy to bitches, they'll be all right. But this is just a lesson in some of the things that people need to understand. Like, when you come out here, you have to come correct, bro. And a lot of people aren't really genuine in their purpose. Now, I don't want to get too serious on you right now, but that's really a thing. Like, think about what I'm saying. A lot of people aren't genuine in their purpose. So although these guys may seem like their purpose was to be out here to help guys or to try to do something productive for men out there that didn't know how to get a date or didn't know how to get a girl, please understand that once they found their niche, once they found the lane that was most popular, they went and took it. Those are opportunists. Those aren't people that actually want to help you. Those aren't people who are actually genuine and authentic in their purpose. Once they realized that it was profitable to keep bringing these girls up here that didn't have no sense at all, but just wanted to be seen or just to promote their OF, then that's when it was like, all right, let's stick to this. Which that's really what the internet age is. That's why I don't like to put any type of stamp or stigma on what I'm doing over here. Because I don't want people to think that I'm out here trying to pretend to be something I'm not. No, you just gonna get me and however the fuck I am, and whatever you take from that, you take from that. I'm not here to save nobody. I don't have on no cape. All I can do is say how I feel, and if you take it and you utilize it for the best and for positive outcomes in your life, great. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a human being on earth. I am nowhere near more special than anybody else. And I think that's what happens when a lot of these guys do start to grow their platforms and they start to become bigger than who these people really are. They start to forget. They start to go down this road and they start thinking that they're untouchable or that they can't be fucked with, or that because they got the views or because they got all these people that watch them, that these motherfuckers are exempt from being a target. Now motherfuckers is sitting here crying because he can't save his incel brothers anymore. Look at this shit. This nigga said, saving dudes from being able to not be stuck in the house pussyless is more lucrative and more enjoyable and more great to him than saving the children. That is insane. Shout out to Abba and Preach, though, because those are two people that have been on these guys' necks from day one. They've even tried to get these people's pages taken down because of the things that they've said about them. It's just these guys. That's another thing. For this is now when I talk about karma, this is what karma is. Please understand, for those that aren't in the YouTube space, for y'all to understand this shit, we can sit and we could talk about certain people or play clips or review certain things, but if these people don't like what you say or don't like what you're doing or whatever the case may be, they can easily strike you or try to get your channel taken down, all because that you reviewed or, you know, said something about their content, right? Fresh and Fit were known for this. Fresh and Fit did this religiously to a lot of channels. They did this shit continuously. They've messed with so many people's channels and tried to get so many people's channels taken down just for reviewing they shit or getting people's because all you need is 3 strikes on your channel and they take it away. So imagine if you're somebody who goes against what they're talking about and you want to have an opposing point and speak on something on the internet. Because you spoke on it or spoke on a clip or used a clip, a minute clip of what they're saying to respond to, they will come and they'll fuck with your shit. Now look. Now you sitting here crying because you got demonetized. This is how you know that stuff actually meant that much to them to try to fuck with people's channels. Because they knew that if it happened to them, it would hurt them just as much. It's very insane behavior. But I do not feel bad for these guys at all. Speaking of insane behavior, holy shit, we got to talk about this guy, Irv Gotti. So Irv was up at Drink Champs and once again had another interview where he said a lot of outlandish and pretty insightful things. Now, he went viral last time for his interviews because he was talking about Ashanti, and it swiftly backfired on him because unlike a lot of people out here, Ashanti has a lot of respect in the culture. Ashanti is one of those people where you can see her Instagram and you can see the pictures that she posts, but you'll never see her being thirsty for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never seen Ashanti just like willy-nilly with the coochie out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to post thirst traps. It's another thing to be loosey-goosey with your pussy. You feel me? And I don't think she has that reputation as much as people try to put that, put that stamp on her. We've only really heard her being with a couple people in her entire career. And everybody else pretty much holds her to a higher, regard. Like, a lot of people really, really fuck with her in like a family way. Like, when I see Ashanti around other men, those men are calling her little sister. She's calling them big bro. She's like, it's like a family thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see that a lot with a lot of, female acts out here, especially like the ones now coming up in this generation. It's kind of more with like the older generation. The same way people kind of respect Mary J. Blige. Not that they're the same on the R&B level, but I think that people respect them in a different way than they would some of the newer generation women coming up. But that's just beside the point. Irv Gotti went on Drink Champs and decided that he was going to say something about Dame Dash. Now, we all know who Dame Dash is. We all know his contributions to not just Rockefeller, but the entire culture of hip-hop. And for some reason, Irv Gotti decided that he wanted to say this. Now, disclaimer, I cannot play this video, but I will play the audio, so excuse me. I just wanted to show that this is who we're talking about and where it's from. Now, listen to this.
Did you, the Book of Hov, are you in that book?
I don't know, I ain't see it.
And, well, the famous rumor is that Dame Dash is removed from that book.
Probably. I don't think Jay likes Dame.
Damn, nigga, you can put some salt on it.
What is... Did I say something that people don't know already?
No, but I'm being honest. Because there's so many different stories. The Leah story has just recently circulated or whatever.
He was right about that part. He was very right about that part. It is very clear that Jay does not like Dame.
But listen, I don't want to get on that. I don't think I'm that good of a media guy. But did you ever think that in the beginning when you seen their chemistry? I'm talking about the three. You know what I mean? Because Biggs got he fucks with Drink Champs as well. But Biggs, Dame, and Jay, like when I used to see them, it used to be so tight. I never thought that this would happen. Did you see this day coming?
He would have saw it for anybody.
Yeah.
Back then.
He was in it.
I mean...
Yeah.
Remember what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Jay didn't need nobody.
Right. Right.
Jay don't need nobody.
Right.
So you really don't think that Dame had anything to do with the success?
You say that.
No, I'm asking. I mean, it's kind of a question.
Right. I remember Dame fighting for the artist. I remember that.
Because regardless of how you feel about the person, you got it. Whatever they did should be credited.
He started Rockefeller with Jay and things, so he should get credited. I'm saying the making of the records
In the studio sessions, Clark Kent was there.
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
He said it. No.
He said after they made it, Jay didn't need
nobody.
Nothing. You didn't say Jay wasn't important to get
Jay was picking the beats. Jay was rapping over the beats.
He gave
Jay was making things. It was all Hov.
Right.
They was along for the ride.
Great ride.
It was a great ride.
Yeah, yo, that's actually crazy to hear though. Saying that Dame Dash of all people was just there along for the ride, as if we didn't know how hard. Like, here's the thing, man. Dame isn't an artist. He isn't the let's sit here and figure out what song let's listen to this beat all day and listen to you or try to figure out how to come up with these lyrics. No. I'm pushing a brand, a whole entire conglomerate. I'm pushing this. There was nobody that pushed Rockefeller as hard as Dame did when Rockefeller was thriving before and during. There's absolutely nobody else that you can name right now who went harder for Rockefeller than Dame Dash. What you heard, and here's another thing. I want to be able to watch this entire exchange because Nori has been disappointing me, because you can't be the guy who constantly cuts people off because you were literally the guy in the industry who knows all this shit already. You're just kind of doing it from an interview standpoint. To be the person to know all this shit already and then to not check certain things or to at least have pushback on certain things when you believe something to be different, that's very disappointing. Because regardless if you're doing an interview, you're conducting an interview, or this is your guest, y'all having a conversation. You know these people. It's different. You're not just the interviewer in this situation. You're somebody who has been around the situation. So when you say that you saw Dame fighting for the artist, you need to elaborate on that. Don't just say, oh, I saw Dame fighting for the artist. No. Don't even give the opportunity for disrespect when you know that that's not the case. I didn't see Jay-Z doing the Rocket Pads infomercial on the Chappelle Show. That was Dame. Dame putting out all these movies in the name of Rockefeller. Jay didn't even want to do them shits. It's crazy when I actually heard Dame say that out of his own mouth. I always felt this way for years. Whenever I seen State Property, whenever I seen what's that? Something small, so whatever the something soldiers with Kevin Hart. Every movie that Dame Dash had to do with, that he had Jay do a cameo in, Jay acted like he was too big for it, like he was just too cool for doing scenes. The nigga really just wanted to show up for 5 seconds in the movie and dip the fuck out like, yeah, Jay cameo, I'm out. He wasn't taking none of that shit serious. Which is why it killed me to hear Dame talk about the switch up from the pause game as if Jay was around some niggas that only like to play around all the fucking time. Oh, we gonna stop playing the pause game, man. We too grown for that. Nigga, are you trying to treat me like a little immature ass little nigga when I'm out here putting foot to ass in every fucking room that we go into to try to get these deals and to try to make sure that we not just looked at as another raggedy ass hip hop conglomerate. We gonna be looked at as a whole business, a whole corporation. Dame may be however you feel about him personally. Most of y'all, me included, don't know the nigga personally. All I know is what I've seen him do and how hard I've seen him go for the culture over the years. You can't take anything away. There's no along for the ride. That should never ever be in the same sentence as a fucking hustler. Somebody who will hustle their ass off even when everything crumbles, when most people will feel defeated. See, that's the crazy thing. How is Irv Gotti speaking about somebody that's more so like him than anybody else? If there's anybody who should understand what Dame did, it should be Irv Gotti, right? I used to feel like them niggas was the same people growing up. I'm real talk. I'm not even lying. I used to think that Dame Dash and Irv Gotti were brothers. I thought that they were actually family. Because all I seen them do was go hard for their conglomerates, go hard for their labels. It makes no sense to me why there would be any conversation around Dame not doing anything for Rockefeller. That's just crap. That these days, I think people be going on these platforms just to go viral, just to say some fuck shit or to say some wild shit or some salacious shit just to go viral. That's all it is. They don't really believe the shit that they saying. They just saying it because they know it's going to catch headlines. And when you have people talking about you, you're going to have people go, and that's going to cause traffic. They're going to go to your Instagram. They're going to go and see what you got going on. This nigga got TV shows. They probably going to pull up and see what the fuck he got going on. It's all a tactic to try. It's all advertisement at this point. Even that's why I hate watching some of these interviews, because I'm like, I don't want to sit here and watch an hour of somebody trying to go viral. I would rather watch an interview with somebody that's having real conversations or really talking about some of the things that happened in the culture in the past. I like learning about certain shit. If an OG come up to Drink Champs or to any platform, Breakfast Club, whatever, I want to hear about some of the things we don't know about in this shit. We've gotten to the point where the conversation of contracts and what deals people sign and how to maneuver in this business has been so loud that there should be no conversation with anybody in the culture, whether they're an artist, executive, entertainer, where there's not a spot in their interview or in their conversation where they talk about the business, just so they can try to help the next person come up. I feel like that should be the focus point, but a lot of these people just want to go viral. A lot of these motherfuckers just want to talk shit. It's crazy to me, man. It's insane to me. Also, insane behavior is this guy right here, Mr. Burna Boy himself. Now, I wanted to touch on this for a couple seconds, pause, just to say, and I know y'all heard all about it. I'm not going to stay on it. But Burna Boy was going viral some months ago because he wanted to say that black people have no, or there's no culture in black America, or whatever he tried to say about the culture in black people. But it always seems like these people who aren't black Americans always have to take from our non-existent culture to try to help push their careers forward. Isn't that crazy? Now, I'm not one that likes to participate in the back and forth or the I don't know what you'd call the beef between black Americans or FBA individuals and non-FBA individuals. I don't really want to participate in that because it's just another, I don't know, decades-long war that we're going to go through because it's nothing but a bunch of people going back and forth. It's not really going to do anything or change anything or improve anything. But it is funny to see how people treat us and treat our culture and then turn around and try to take from it. What are you trying to take? What are you trying to if we don't have culture, if we're not doing anything or don't have any type of real shit behind us, why do you continue to reach for it and grasp it and use it in your movement? Shouldn't you have enough culture within your shit to utilize that and become famous for it? You have to dress like motherfuckers. You gotta have the same jewelry as motherfuckers. You gotta all that shit. Use slang, music, off-brand Timbs. I don't know what the like. It's insane to me. I'm not gonna stay on this subject. I'm not gonna contribute to the war back and forth. But I will speak up when it is time to speak up on the shit. But nonetheless, you guys, we have to speak on this last thing right here because I want to get to this. I really do want to get to this. I have to get to this. Charleston White, TK Kirkland. This is what I really wanted to get to. Now, like I said, it is very hard for me to feel bad for somebody like Charleston White. But after listening to this entire thing, it actually made me feel bad for the guy because I feel like it's unfair that people get treated a certain way in the industry and how people try to go under you and try to be sneaky about certain shit or try to act like they're giving you what you deserve when really they're pinching pennies for you. And on top of that, using your name and your face and your image to sell tickets only to not even utilize you in the way that you should be or want to. Now, Charleston White has come out to say that TK Kirkland and Live Nation did not pay him. And that's why he quit the Live Nation comedy tour that they had planned. That was only originally, I think, was supposed to be like 5 cities or something like that, 3-5 cities. And then once they started having more demand because of the fact that Charleston was on the bill, they added more cities, but did not increase the pay or even try to get him his pay the night of. Apparently, they kept making him try to sign 1099s or whatever the case may be, but he could tell it better than I can. Listen to this.
Live Nation. You on a Live Nation tour with TK Kirkland?
I quit. Yeah, I quit the Live Nation tour. Yeah, everybody fucking owed me. I did 5 shows in Orlando or Jacksonville. 5 shows in Jacksonville. Start out hosting. Boy, I did my thing hosting. Next thing you know, it went to 10 minutes. It was initially only 2 shows. They added 3 more. Live Nation don't know. I heard the manager of the comedy club, the Comedy Zone, said the tickets wasn't moving too good. When we put Charleston White name on the venue, the tickets sold out immediately. They added 3 more shows.
What is the real story of January?
Sorry, that's just an ad, because YouTube likes to utilize ads. But anyway.
I done 5 shows, 3 days, 1 city, and didn't get a penny. I booked my own flight, own hotel, I ain't get a penny. They said, oh man, we gonna mail you a check, $10.99. You do your $10.99? I said, boy, start paying attention. Start paying attention. I said, okay, I'm gonna do my $10.99. I did my $10.99. I wanna say TK Kirkland cashed out me $250 that Monday for 5 shows. Boy, back in my comedy day, we didn't make hardly nothing. I'm saying to myself, nigga, I sell out 10,000. I do $8,000 interviews. But I'm gonna go along because I like playing dumb so I can learn, so I can be smart one day. So I don't mind playing dumb. So I do the 5 shows. The woman slide me a number. TK Kirkland try to make it seem like what he said something like, well, he ain't good enough to do a headline. I'm saying, man, I done headline 20-some shows. But I just let him talk. I don't want to steal his thunder. So we go.
Imagine a nigga doing that. Imagine somebody coming to you and saying that you can't do something because they feel like you're not good enough, yet the tour that you're on is promoting your face. Do you see that? Do you see how wild that is?
Go to another one. So we go to Las Vegas. Las Vegas probably one of my best shows. Mayweather family and them came out there, Mayweather father. Nigga, I killed the crowd. Homie. After Las Vegas, they said, hey, we need another $10.99. We ain't got a say, we go mail you the check. TK Kirkland say, hey man, you know how we do it. I'm gonna make sure you get your money. I ain't get that check. We go to San Diego, so I'm on the West Coast, nigga. So I'm staying at the Venetian. So I got to pay my security because I'm on the West Coast. They wouldn't let me sell my merch. So part of the agreement that I took this tour is I can sell my merch. Live Nation wouldn't let me sell my merch, homie.
Sell my merch.
So they let me sell it at one show, they wouldn't let me sell it at the next show. So they stopped me from selling my merch. So we go to San Diego. Nigga, I done had to go through LA. Nigga, I'm in Cali. Kill it there. I see everybody get paid except me. Here go yours right here. I open that motherfucker up, it's $750.
Ooh, done him dirty.
Nigga, just keep going. You get Live Nation on your resume. Just keep taking the fucking, nigga. This how you learn. You can't get in if you don't take the fucking. They making you take it, and how else you go get in? So
that's the fucked up part. To have that mentality as well. Like, you couldn't take Charleston White as a person that'll have that type of mentality where he'd be like, well, I'll just be quiet and take the fucking. Like, I wonder what it was that made him not buck up like he do as his character on the internet and try to demand the proper pay that he deserves. At the end of the day, like him or not, it's Charleston White, and if he's moving the tickets because his face is on there, clearly his face is going to make him money. He doesn't necessarily need to be on this Live Nation tour. He can just go around and just put his face up and do his own tour and say, hey, I'm going to pop up here, and enough people will show up, and he'll make enough money. So to take a loss in that way and then be okay with it at the time is very weird to me.
So I give him a $750 check from San Diego. What was the next stop? Houston? No, Miami. So we go to Miami and perform at the Fontainebleau. I get one of them high-ass dollar hotels, boy, over by the University of Miami. A bad motherfucker, but boy, that motherfucker was expensive. And it was out the way. So, nigga, I'm spending a lot of money to maintain this Live Nation tour. You know, but I'm picking up interviews here and there. So, we do there. I don't think I do good that night because I use my props. Shit, he come back himself and tell me, the Live Nation executives, people was in the audience, and they loved you, man. I used my props that night, homie. I thought that was one of my worst shows. He said they loved me. So we traveled to Houston the next morning. Everybody know my issues in Houston. We performing at the same Comedy Zone, in the same building that the Migo kid got killed in.
He said, Marcus Speaks, what's good? He said, Charleston is new to TK. This is what TK does. It's like that meme. I was unfamiliar with your work.
I don't know this. I ain't got no security. When I get ready to go, my weapons is.
Oh, here we go with these bullshit ass fucking commercials. This is what I hate too about YouTube is that when these dudes put these ads on here, they put these fucking ads every 2 fucking minutes, man. Shit is crazy.
They tell me I can't bring.
And then on top of that, don't even be paying these motherfuckers that nothing like that. They taking 90% of the revenue from these ads, but trying to tell you that they only taking a certain percentage. Fuck out of here.
My weapons in. I said, man, these my props, homie.
Props.
So they tripping with me hard.
I think that's hilarious that Charleston has props.
I done Ubered up here. So now I'm standing out in front of the venue, nigga. People seeing me, coming up to me, taking pictures, trying to get me to sign autograph. Nigga, I'm being bombarded. So I hit my nigga, say, man, where y'all at? Oh, man, we out front checking out everything. Man, where y'all parked at? They won't let me bring my props in. Huh? They tripping like that? Yeah. So, homie, I had a lighter gun for my J. Morant joke. The same lighter, they wouldn't even let me bring that in, homie. They were tripping like that. So what I started noticing was they stopped letting my people come backstage. They started saying my cameraman can't come backstage. But that's how I get my B-roll stuff. They started saying my team and my so what I started let me just stay on topic right quick. So homie, I kill Houston. Nigga, Houston think I'm doing nigga, I don't do number 12 minutes though. They won't let me bring my props in. I learned that night, nigga. Fuck them props, nigga. Just go out there and be funny. So the San Diego show, this is what broke my heart, homie. Because I was kind of looking at TK like a big uncle, homie, 60-something-year-old nigga. He called me into his little room down there, and he said, tonight don't try to be funny. Just talk shit. I don't think you're getting that good. Just talk shit.
Let me expound on this just for 1 second before we finish this, because I seen somebody brought up what up Glittery Bubble, shout out to you. She said, didn't Corey say that they used his face, but he wasn't scheduled to be on any of those shows? Yes. So if you remember, Corey was supposed to do a comedy tour, excuse me, but he backed out because the promoter of that whole situation was using Corey's face without even finalizing the business behind it. See, Corey was asking for a certain dollar amount, and they weren't trying to honor that. But they had him still on the flyer promoting his face, still going to attract in his crowd. And also because they know how solid the 5150 fan base is, they knew that they were for sure going to get those people to pull up if they seen Corey's face. So this is kind of like the same situation, but on the other, on the difference in it is Charleston is or was on the tour, but he was getting jerked around money-wise. And not just money-wise, but now you can see now people are starting to fuck with his act. And not just people, but TK himself, a seasoned comedian. This is what fucks me up because we've also heard Corey speak on that too. Not with TK specifically, but with other comedians who feel like you got to tone it down, or if you're somebody who's hosting, you can't be out there doing all the extra shit and basically taking the crowd. Somebody who's not confident enough in their craft or in their work enough to feel like they can uphold a crowd or keep the crowd entertained with their work. You got TK Kirkland, somebody that he's 60 something. This man has been in the comedy game for decades, telling Charleston, who just started out basically this year, that he needs to go out and try not to be funny. So clearly he was doing something right out there. And if Charleston was taking away the crowd or making the crowd not really more entertained with TK's set, then TK needs to revamp his set, do something different then.
And I said, huh? I said, okay. I killed it. He had a bad night in Las Vegas because he was kind of sick. I killed it. I haven't done the same set twice yet.
What up, Do Better Podcast? Shout out to Theo Coop in the building.
And I've done over 30-something.
What up, CDT?
You might think you know Snapchat. But
I don't know Snapchat, motherfucker. Fuck you and that ad. Stupid ass.
Comedy show. I haven't repeated the same thing twice yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say, nigga, and I kill it. He said, man, leave your props. So when we get to Houston, no, it's one of them, he said, now Houston, leave your prop. That shows that you're amateur. Well, I am an amateur, nigga. But my audience love these props. So I said, oh, man.
Not my audience loves these props.
And I can't sell my merch either. Nigga, I'm paying for them to make money. So normally I listen to some of his. So when I come off stage, I'm coming off a high, so I don't go out in the crowd. There's one particular time I went out in the crowd and I heard him say he get 90% of the door. Homie, we done 5 shows and I ain't been paid number one time yet. If you really like me and fuck with me, why won't you give me something off that 90% of the door? And why is it everybody getting paid except me? And why is it's always the 1099? We mailed it to you. So the Houston show, the way they treated me, homie, they called the police on me, sheriff, police, all because of my props. Homie, but what Live Nation saw is I'm respectful. I never got angry. I'm courteous. I'm easy to work with. I clean up after myself.
He said, I'm not the Charleston y'all see on the internet. He said, I was an upstanding gentleman, man. I was a proper person for these people, and they still try to treat me bad. See, that's another fucked up thing about the persona that you lead on the internet. And I'm not trying to say that this is Charleston's fault. This is what I'm saying about reality. When people see you as a certain way all the time, it's hard to separate the character from the real life human being on an everyday basis behind the camera. So even if he is displaying those type of characteristics, he may still be looked at the same way.
They had no problems. It's never been no problems in my show. So I'm saying, why Live Nation handling me like this? Is it Annihilation or TK Kirkland? Am I being lined up to be lax security where nigga can catch me backstage with no weapon, my people ain't back here, so when they bring me to Dallas, and the way they did me in Dallas at home, I said I quit. Nigga, I ain't been paid for Las Vegas, Houston,
another one,
Dallas,
another
Miami,
one, another
Orlando, homie, I ain't been
one.
paid. So
they hit Charleston with
take
the fucking DJ Khaled of checks.
Fucking. So when I holler, can't nobody say I'm wrong. So by the time we make it to Miami or Dallas, we done went from 53 cities to 80 cities. They fit a pimp on me like a motherfucker, my nigga.
Damn.
Because when I started noticing people walk out in half of his show. They chuckle and laugh all through. So I'm paying attention, homie. I take the big homie, little homie role because I'm the kind of partner here, nigga, whatever role I got to play for us to win, I'm gonna play that role, nigga, for us to get that desired outcome. Sometimes I can't always be Superman. I can't always be Batman. I got to be Robin sometime. So, I saw homie, he go big homie, little homie me. And I see nobody has an urgency to get my money to me. So I just played it cool. I came and killed it at home in Dallas, nigga. This was my best motherfucking show. Hey, man, you know how we do it, man. You got your 1099? Man, I keep filling out a 1099 these shows. So they trip with me so hard.
If motherfuckers is getting paid cash, don't look at me in my face and tell me about a 1099. If niggas is getting paid cash, I do not want to hear 1099. I don't want to hear 10. I don't want to hear 9. I don't want to hear 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Hand me my bread.
Hard in Dallas. I told TK Kirkland before the show, this gonna be my last show. I don't want to go forward. Oh man, what's? I said, yeah, man, they tripping with me. I can't have my people can't come backstage. I'm performing at home and my grandmama can't come backstage. That was a spooky feeling, homie, sitting backstage and anybody had easy access to come back there and do something to me. I'm saying, there's somebody trying to, it seemed like this, nah, homie. So my 83-year-old grandmama can't come back and I'm performing at home?
Damn.
You won't even let me host at home?
They said Granny can't come back here. He said, fuck your Granny.
You sat down with me and told me you picked me to host. You ain't gonna, I host one show, homie, and I'm good at it. If I ain't good at it, let me grow good to be at it. But you put my name, so what I noticed, Live Nation started putting my name, nigga, it was selling tickets.
Experts and entrepreneurs.
So now you have Live Nation selling tickets, and or him finding out that it's his name that's selling these tickets for Live Nation.
They started picking up comedy shows that even wasn't Live Nation comedy shows that I got in Beaumont, putting it on there. And it ain't even a Live Nation show. That's how much the tickets are selling in Charleston White name. I heard that woman, homie. Charleston White moved tickets. So I played it cool. I played it professional. I never got mad.
You about to hear the dirtiest part of this story, in my opinion. The dirtiest part of this story when it comes to the money situation. Listen to what TK had lined up for every show.
I told TK Kirkland, man, I still ain't been, I said, they tripping with me about my weapons, homie. They won't let my people come backstage. I can't smoke weed.
Boo.
Nah, homie, they charging me for, nah, man. I don't want to go no, this is my last show. Man, they just added 20 more cities, man. I just got you a deal with Snapchat. There go that deal talk. I just got you a deal with Snapchat. He getting 90% of the dough. Why don't you compensate me and then you work it out with them, homie, if we really fucking with each other? So the Dallas show was my last show with Live Nation after it already added 20-something more shows and made it an 80-city tour, not with me.
Now, if you didn't catch that, he said that TK is also getting 90% of the door, which means every ticket sold, he's getting a very high percentage of that ticket sale. 90%. So not only is he being paid for this tour from Live Nation, the club itself is paying him 90% of the door. And then you go from 5 shows to 20-some shows to 50-some shows to now 80-some shows. Do the math, man. And they trying to hand this nigga $700 checks. You do the math.
What I noticed was he wasn't paying me, and he was picking up comedians in each city. Pay as you go. He getting all the money, homie.
Damn.
Not giving me nothing. As if I can't see this.
And then the dagger. Not only taking 90% of the door, but also every city, you just grabbing comedians in that city and then having them pay to open up for you. So now you making even more money on top of that while they handed this nigga Charleston $700 checks.
So what I did was,
Crazy.
I told Live Nation, I already told him this is going to be my last. I told Live Nation, they said, hey, the check was returned. What check? Where did y'all send it? What address? We sent a check to you, but it was returned. What address did y'all send it to? Hey, man, we need you to fill out another 1099. They sent me somebody else 1099 with all their information on it. I said, they this sloppy?
Damn.
But they fucking with me by security problems, as if I caused problems at comedy shows. And I'm saying, man, why y'all, man, come on now. So I said, nah. I don't need them, my nigga. I've been selling out comedy shows for Live Nation to even approach me, homie. 1,100 seats. So nah, homie. So nah.
I'm a witness.
So I bowed out. So check this out. When I bowed out, they did the same thing Kick did. Oh man, come on, man. I don't want to talk now. I'm still waiting on those.
Oh yeah, my bad, John. Sorry, let me correct myself. It wasn't checks. It was one check.
Checks y'all haven't sent me, Live Nation. So I got an attorney. I signed no paperwork with him. So they can say, man, he didn't work for it. Well, y'all got him on these websites selling tickets with his face and his name, his brand. I got one check from y'all. I got it, want to put it in the frame. Live Nation, that was a proud feeling, homie, to have a Live Nation check. Only not to receive no more. So I told him, it's like I work for free, y'all. And y'all keep saying the 1099. I get it.
Here's why he wasn't losing.
I hate commercials. But like I said earlier, if motherfuckers is not only getting paid from Live Nation directly, they getting their money that night. TK getting his money that night. As well as TK getting the door, 90% of the door every night. As well as TK getting paid from every comedian that's opening up the show that night that he's bringing on the tour. And y'all only gave this nigga one check.
A fair exchange is not a robbery. This is not a fair exchange. Y'all robbing me. I ain't getting nothing, and I spent a lot of money to maintain this tour so y'all can sell tickets with my name on it. And them tickets was high, my nigga. I didn't know they can sell me for that much. Nigga, they was selling a single ticket for, I said they.
$100?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
100. Once again, do the math. If he's seeing some of these tickets cost $100 and more to get in, and this nigga TK is taking 90% of those tickets. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'd be heated.
It's a promoter, it's a movie director who's trying to promote. He get a comedy show that has nothing to do with Live Nation. Why would Live Nation take his comedy show and put it on their website and promote it?
Right.
I said, man, it sells tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying to myself, nigga, do your own comedy show. Yeah, fuck them people. Stay in the chitlin circuit, get you a Negro League of comedy. Yeah, because if TK Kirkland was really trying to help you, homie, one of the first things he would do was make sure you was getting paid, and you damn sure ain't finna step down for no $10,000 to no $700, homie. And we going from state to state to state to state to state to state.
Facts.
You trying to chomp me. You can't like me. You using me. And I sit up and hear you say you get 90% of the door and I'm not getting paid at all. They not even paying for my airline tickets.
Damn. Damn.
So, nah, homie. But
that's think about that. We're not talking about somebody who is just trying to get on, like an up-and-coming comedian. Like, he is an up-and-coming comedian, but he's not an up-and-coming comedian with absolutely no name trying to get through the circuit so that people know who he is. He is somebody who is well-known, and not just well-known, but you're using his name and his face on your advertisements because you know that's going to sell tickets. It's actually the prime example of how the industry uses people and how the perception of how somebody may look may not always be the reality of how things is.
I learned some lessons, and I got Live Nation on my resume. So my tickets go up still at 100, with the booking fees going up almost to 15 to 20,000 because I got that Live Nation stamp now. Sold out every show. So it's drawing more people, and they got to see I'm really professional. And when I'm upset, I can be worked with. Yeah, I'm gonna voice my opinion, but yeah, okay, is this right? Is this right? And you explain it to me. Okay, let's do this. So yeah, they saw that, homie. The workers at the venues was pleased, but the powers to be who was making all the decisions up there, they don't get to meet me. They was handling nigga rough.
Yeah, man, I feel bad. This like I said, this was the first time ever in life that I felt bad for Charleston White. I really did. And I took away the antics and the persona and the fucked up things that he's probably said. I put that shit to the side to look at the structure of this, because a lot of people want to be in this business. A lot of people want to strive to do these things and then turn around and figure out that it's just a bunch of people trying to get over on each other. It's a bunch of scammers, man. It's a bunch of people that just want to get over on you as long as you will take it. And a lot of the times, a lot of people don't have the money to battle it out in court to take it into a legal standpoint. So a lot of people just end up taking L's. And then it discourages them from being, wanting to do what they want to do or be who they want to be because they found out the business side of it is all fucked up. That's like when it goes to artists too, with rappers and singers and all the other shit. It could be some very talented people, very creative individuals, but that shit will be deterred when the business comes into play and you start realizing you're getting jerked around or you're getting used and people are taking advantage of you. It's not encouraging. And I know that if it could happen to Charleston, it could happen to anybody. Like, imagine the people that don't have a name for themselves. Imagine the type of money they getting. They definitely getting a lot less than what Charleston was getting. In these same circumstances, whether it be TK Kirkland or anybody in these same positions, in these same circumstances, somebody will be getting treated worse. So I'm glad that people in this day and age have it more of a mindset to want to get it on their own and do their own thing and build their own thing. Because even if you do have the Live Nation stamp behind you, or your face was on a Live Nation promo page or flyer, it's not gonna, it's not gonna do much if you don't have a name or if you don't already have a fan base established. Because that's what really these people look for anyway. They look for if you already have a certain amount of followers, what your fan base look like, how many views you get. They look at all these random criteria, which is crazy to me, because really all it takes is these labels and these entertainment conglomerates to just shove out money to these different entities for your shit to be pushed out to the world. Doesn't matter if your shit is good or not. So to even try to check for certain criteria is a waste of time when you know that all it's going to take is some money to push you into the forefront. Regardless if you maintain the career or not. Anybody on this planet can become famous if they had the ability and the money behind it. Or just post a fucking video on YouTube and see if that shit goes viral. Anybody. I'm talking about anybody. It's better to build your own than to try to have somebody come in and grab you and try to use you and your likeness to try to help benefit them and try to help be more productive for their company and their entities. Build your own. Build your own. Now, with that said, GMS fam, the Green Room, it has been a dope show today. I want to thank every single one of y'all for pulling up to me today. Hey, one last thing before y'all leave, though. I need y'all to click this link for me, man. You know, the GMS show, the GMS fam already knows about this, but I want to keep spreading it. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep making sure that y'all see this and it's up in y'all faces. Pause. But there's a brand new beat tape out, man. Brand new beat tape. GMS episode 7 is out right now on Bandcamp. You can go listen to it for free once you click the link, or you can purchase it for $5, whether you just want to vibe out to the beats or whether you want to make some songs to the beat. If you're an artist, you're a rapper, a singer, if you're a poet, if you got videos that you make and want music in the background, if you are a TV editor, if you are a director, whatever it is that you are, please do me the biggest solid and tap this link and go check out GMS episode 7. And the best way, I'm telling you right now, the best way to help support is to go and purchase the album. It's only $5, man. Only $5. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me see how many of my GMS fam support the GMS show and myself and go purchase that motherfucking beat tape for $5, man. That's what I want to see. If you got a spare $5 electronically, go ahead and cop that album. It is out right now. I know you're going to dig it. There's a lot more to come, man. Looking for beatboxers. I'm about to spark up. I've just been having this joint sitting here in front of me the whole entire show. I haven't sparked it. I haven't done anything. I've just been sitting here looking at it. I'm going to go ahead and light it as soon as this ends. Don't you fret. Y'all know what to do, man. I'm going to see y'all later this week. GMS fam, the Green Room. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hit that like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. You can also hit the Cash App if you are feeling generous. The GMS show wants to improve and wants to continue upping the situation around here. So if you want to support, you can in a very, very lucrative way. GMS family, Green Room. It's been real. Smoke some, baby. We out.